La'ovdo b'chol levalchem. We are required to worship with all our hearts, and those who count the 613 mitzvahs include this as a mitzvah. That's called Zut Tefillah, prayer. Praying to the Ribono Shel Olam is worshiping with our heart. And these are divided into two categories. One is the routine that was instituted by the ancient patriarchs. Avraham Avinu, Shachris, morning prayers, Yitzchak, afternoon prayers, Yaakov Avinu, evening prayers, and this is done the same by everybody at all times, whatever the conditions might be. These prayers are relevant, and these are required. Another form of this mitzvah is whenever a person finds themselves in a particular need, either extreme or minor, either very important or petty needs, it's an obligation to pray to Hashem that we succeed. This is tefillah. Now the question is as follows. We offer prayers and prayers. Are they always answered? We say sometimes a prayer for parnasa, a prayer for wealth, a prayer for health, a prayer for contentment, a prayer for being redeemed. And these prayers sometimes are realized and sometimes not. The question is, what does that mean? Is it meaningful or not? Was it a good use of time to offer a prayer and ask for a certain success? Somebody wants to go into a business, wants to succeed in that business and prays for it. And what happens if he fails? Does that mean his prayer was wasted? The order of the prayers are various kinds of requests, all facets of life. Then we come to Shema Kolenu, say Hashem, accept our prayers with mercy and with goodwill. After this comes Modim Anachnu Lach. Modim has two meanings. Moda means to give thanks, Toda Rabbah. Modim also means to confess. Vidui is modim. So we are supposed to look at it this way. We asked for success in this particular investment. We prayed that we are able to get financing for this investment. And it failed. So you might think that this person was not worthy and his prayer was ignored. No, it's not so. You'll see later on, you'll see that the best thing that happened to him financially was that that particular investment was a faulty investment. Had he borrowed the money, he'd remain in debt constantly, and not receiving that loan was the answer to his prayer. Modim Anachnu Lach means we give thanks, also means we admit. We admit that we don't really know what's good for us. Everybody has this long list of occurrences where they really wanted something very much, did not get it, and they found out the best thing that happened to them. The Gemara tells us about Rabbi Kiva, was outside the city with his donkey and his rooster and a lamp. He wanted to get in behind the doors of the gates of the city where it's secure. He wouldn't let him in. He came too late. Wakes up in the morning. He sees that his donkey was eaten by a lion and his chicken by a cat, and the wind blew out his lamp. So he said, my prayers are answered. How is that? He saw afterwards the city was sacked by robbers. People there were massacred and plundered. He escaped all that. His prayer was answered. I have a simple explanation of this. Sometimes you want to make a plain fight. You see later on that plane had some faulty equipment, and you missed that flight. You took another flight with comfort. These are all instances. We pray, and our prayers are always answered. Sometimes fulfilling that which we imagine is good for us, and sometimes it's not fulfilled, but all the time for good. Modim anachnu loch.